Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited for today's video because I recently reorganized my makeup storage and collection, and I thought it would be fun to kind of take you through my makeup collection, show you how I store and organize my products. I do have limited space. I live in a smaller apartment, and so I don't have like, you know, a million drawers. I don't have the space for like a million drawers to keep my things in. I do have two like stackable drawers that I got, I believe, at Michael's craft store quite a while ago. And then I have my desk behind me, which I use as storage, and like a cube organizer to store my palettes. But I figured it would be fun to kind of take you through how I personally store and organize my makeup. I would love to know throughout this video if you have any tips or tricks for how you store your makeup. If you have any, you know, suggestions for how I could better utilize my space, I would love to hear from you. But it's been over a year, I think, since I've updated you on my makeup collection and storage. So that is what I have for you guys today. If you are curious, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project planning content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Here is just kind of like a brief view of where I film. So obviously I sit in this chair right here. I have the desk behind me. I have my bookshelf over here, and then I have my shelf of palettes that creates this little nook over here. And then right over here, I have all of my drawers that store my makeup. I do have this little cart that I also use to kind of help keep me organized for videos. And then right here, I do have like an adjustable desk that I have been using to kind of help have a desk in front of me. Oh, and toys over here. Ignore all that. Okay, we can kind of start over here at my palette. So I have this 8 cube organizer. Again, I've had to get really creative with the way that I'm storing makeup. Okay, it's like 5 in the morning, so if the lighting isn't great, I really apologize. But in each of these bins, I used to have it organized by like season. That was not working the best for me because I was struggling to like find palettes if I was filming a video. It's easier for me if I sort palettes by brand. So I have kind of all of my mini palettes up here. I have my Kaja stacks back there, my Natasha Denona minis. I have my beauty sponges there. I know I need to clean them, please don't judge. And then in here I have like all of my Odin's Eye palettes. I have my Melt palettes off to the side here. I have my ColourPop palettes there. Trying to improve the lighting here. Here is a lot of my indie brand eyeshadow palettes. I have all of my Natasha Denona palettes in this drawer. And then I have my Huda Beauty larger palettes here as well. Over here I have Pat McGrath, and then I have my Z palettes. And then on the bottom, I have all of the palettes that I have tried for the first time this year. Not necessarily sorted in any specific order. I tried to keep it somewhat by brand, but really at this point it's just wherever things will fit. And again, I'm sorry, I know my lighting isn't great over here, but that is how I personally store and organize my eyeshadow palettes. All right, then we move on to the desk here. And on my desk, I have two of these like organizers that I got from Target. I believe they're the Sonia Kashuk brand. I have my jewelry stored here, and then I have all of my lipsticks up here. So over in this organizer, I really try to keep it to any product that I am currently working on in a project pan, or there's a couple random products that I'm unofficially trying to pan before the end of the year, like my Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. So that is everything that's stored in here, and I do that so that I know if I'm wanting to work on products in my projects, I can visit this organizer right here. Over in this organizer is going to be majority of things that I am still working on testing. So they're new to my collection and I'm working on testing them out. You'll find a lot of recent Sephora VIB purchases over here. And then I do also have just my Danessa Myricks Groundworks palette right here for kind of easy reach. In this organizer right here, there's a couple of just like carryover things, but then I have some face palettes here that I'm working on. So this is kind of where I store my face palettes so that they're kind of top of mind and I remember to reach for those. All right, that moves us on to our desk drawers, which I have currently emptied out for the most part. I do need to film an updated Shop My Stash, but in this drawer, I usually keep my powder blush bronzer highlight and then cream blush bronzer highlight when I am, after I've shopped my stash. That is where I house those products. In my second drawer, you'll see there are a few products in here. So here are like some of my makeup tools. So I have the best pencil sharpener or eyeliner or sharpener of all time, the Glossier one. And then I have like a lash glue, tweezers, this that helps with like wings and stuff like that. So I have tools there. Then I would put primers, which I do have a primer that I'm almost done with, or 2 primers that I'm currently trying to finish. And then I would put foundation back here as well as in this little container right here. In here we have mostly eye products. So eye primer, it's supposed to be eye primer and then like liquid shadows, things like that. Also a few random lip products. So I have my Lawless lip mask here. I have a couple of lip liners. And then I have, you know, a random lip gloss. I'm not a very organized person, so sometimes things just get really thrown in. And then up here, oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to keep this more to like eye products I use every day. So my mascaras that are currently open, my brow products, and then also my NARS Smudge Proof. I should also put my NYX glitter glue in here. And then here's drawer number 3. As I was reorganizing my like makeup organizing drawers, this drawer also got a bit of a reorg. So what will end up happening in this bin is I will put lip products that I've used during the current rotation in this drawer, just so I can kind of show you guys what lip products I've been using when I do my Shop My Stash rotations. Here are colorful eyeliners. I wanted to put these not in like the pencil case that I had been putting them on, so I can kind of have an easier sight line as to the colors that I'm reaching for. And I'm just hoping that this will make it a little bit easier to reach for my colored eyeliners. And then I do just have like my brown liner in this organizer up here. So I'm hoping that this is gonna work well for me. And then I have this Pat McGrath palette because I'm currently trying to pan one shade of eyeshadow in here. I have my Cinema Secrets in here, and then I just have a towel that I use to clean my brushes, which I can probably send through the wash. And then I also have this tool right here, and that is just like a magnet tool that I can help use if I'm doing like a Natasha Denona custom palette and things like that. I kind of just want to briefly touch on my little cart here. I just got this cart at Target. It's like that cart that everybody uses as their book cart, but up on the top I just store my brushes here. I also store my setting sprays here, and then I've got my hair clips, and then I use these 2 palettes quite frequently. So I have my KVD Alchemist, which I use a lot for inner corner highlighting, and I'm currently using a shade out of the Persona Identity palette for my lid setting shade. So I just leave these up here for easy reach. Down on my second shelf, I have 2 bin organizers. So I have this bin, which I mostly use for storing products that are done, like I feel confident in my feelings on them, like I feel like I'm done testing them and they're ready for review, but I haven't yet reviewed them. And then I also just kind of have this second bin here in case I'm like cleaning up after filming a video. It's just kind of nice to have that, or this can be carryover of some other kind. And I just have some water wipes. These are my favorite wipes currently for like cleaning off swatches and things like that. And then on the bottom shelf here, this is kind of currently just like a mishmash of things. This bucket was supposed to be for like tools and just other things. Right now it has a bunch of makeup empties in there that I want to post to my Instagram, so ignore that. I also have some extra brushes down here, and then I have my makeup mirror that I store down here as well. Okay, moving on to my drawers. On the top, this is where I store the majority of my foundations now. I really wanted a way to like stand my foundations up. I just was not loving my foundations laying down in a drawer. There was just something about it that I personally didn't love. So I'm really happy with my foundations now sitting on top like this. I also have this bin right here, which has all eyeshadow palettes that I'm currently still in the testing process of. So any new eyeshadow palettes that I haven't completed testing are in this bin here. Moving on to the first drawer. Okay, this is where I have all of my primers, powders, and then I do have a couple of carryover or spillover foundations. I probably could put these actually up. I think these will fit. The two L'Oreal at least fit. So then in here, we have all of my primers, and I don't really have them split any specific way. I obviously have 2 bins of primer. I don't have them split any specific way. It's just kind of how they landed in the drawer. And then here are all of my powders. I, again, don't have my powders really split. I guess I could split by loose and pressed. I recluttered this one back into my collection, but I haven't really been reaching for it. This is my primer and powder drawer. Then we have also, every time I get like a sticker from a brand, I put it on my drawers, and I like really love it. I feel like in the past, aesthetically, I'd be like, everything has to be so clean and simple, but I feel like it just gives me life when I look at all these stickers. So drawer number 2 houses all of my concealers, and then there's a couple of carryover, like, which I could probably move over here. There's a couple of carryover, like, cream bronzers. I feel like I don't have like the most for concealer anymore. Like I feel like this is pretty well managed in terms of my concealer collection, so I feel good about that. And it's honestly shocking to see my bronzers really just fit into mostly one kind of sleeve here. Obviously I have a couple of larger bronzers here, my 2 Charlotte Tilbury, my Chanel, and then I just do have my Victoria Beckham could go over here. There we go. So just larger bronzers that don't really fit sitting upright that way are right there. But aside from that, everything really does kind of fit in this one row, which honestly makes me so happy. It's so weird. I just feel like I used to be so much more into bronzer, and now I look at this and I'm like, okay, I have my Benefit. I have 2 of the NYX. I have my Fenty. Oh, I have 2 Fenty. I'm gonna move that one up here too, even though it's like a cream and a powder. My Dior, my Gucci, my Huda, my NARS, Nabla, Makeup by Mario. I feel really good about my bronzer collection at the moment. Moving on to my blush drawer. I am so pleased with my blush drawer at the moment. This is a drawer, I think, because I have so much blush that just in the past, I really have not had it organized in a way that I really like. Okay, I moved the light a little bit. The lighting in this video, I'm so sorry, you guys. I have mostly my cream blushes up front in like this drawer. Aside from my Lawless cream blushes, which are kind of up the side here, I have my Say kind of like stored like that, which I really enjoy. Up here, I have kind of reserved this spot for the rest of my Kosas blushes, the 3 that I got in the Sephora VIB haul. But then we have all of my Patrick Ta duos. I have a couple of random carryover blushes there. We have a lot of my glowier blushes here with a couple random non-glowy blushes. I have my Lawless, my Persona, my Bare Minerals. I also have my Hourglass here, my Laura Mercier, which I love. And then towards the back, the only thing is it's like a little bit harder to get at what's towards the back, but truly I needed all the space in this one. This blush drawer is just about busting at the seams, so I really don't want to carry down into a second drawer. In fact, you'll actually see I have a couple of longer cream blushes that I do have as spillover, but this is an area that like is truly full and should signal to me, stop buying blushes. It's just so hard, but this is how I have my blush organized currently. Moving on to my highlight drawer. So in this drawer, I have my cream and liquid highlights towards the back because I reach for those less frequently. And then up front, I used to have it organized by like pink, champagne, gold, things like that. And now I just kind of shoved things where they fit. So I have my Vesca up here. I have the Kaleidos. I have my 2 Nabla, my Pixie, my What's Up Beauty. I have this ColourPop one. I have my favorite Give Beauty, Laura Mercier, Amrezy, Flower Beauty, Makeup by Mario, Dior, a Milk Makeup, the Flower Beauty, my favorite Pink Glow from Bobbi Brown, and then I also have the Patrick Ta duo, which actually might, nope, that won't fit like that. the Rare Beauty, the Rem, and oh, I think this is Ofra Chiclet. Nope, that's Ofra Milk and Cookies. Okay, forgive me. Now, I don't need any more highlighter. This is not me trying to argue that I should buy more highlighter, but at least I have a little bit of room for powder highlight. But let's not buy any. That's the highlight drawer. Then we move into this drawer, which is face palettes, and I was busting at the seams as we move our way down a little bit. So I also have these two organizers. So I have my lip liners here, which my lip liner collection has definitely grown this year. I feel like I've gotten a lot of lip liner in PR. And not only that, I've really started to enjoy and use lip liner more. So I've personally purchased some lip liners this year as well. And then I have a couple carryover cream/liquid blushes. So this drawer is a bit random. Now keep in mind, I also have the face palette organizer on my desk, but here are the rest of my face palettes. So I have all of my NARS up front, and then everything else is just, it's kind of stacked. It's not my absolute favorite, but I feel like I can easily just shop my stash for my face palettes, pop them onto my desk, and it'll still work really well for me. So that is this drawer. Moving on to, this might be my favorite drawer of all time. This is like my top shelf. I'm gonna call it my top shelf lip gloss drawer. So we have all of my Lawless Forget the Fillers right here, and these organizers that I grabbed from the Dollar Tree just work so well for organizing the lip gloss. Then I have my Fenty Beauty like full size lip glosses, and they carry over here. I've got some mini lip glosses back here, so I have a mini Lawless, a mini Fenty, and a mini Buxom. Over here, I have some Maybelline Lifter glosses. I have the Huda Faux Filler, which I also really kind of want to get the icy Huda Faux Filler. Not that I need it, not that I need it. I don't know that there's necessarily space in here, but you know, we could carry over here. Here I have a couple of lingering Tower 28s. I have the Milani lip oil, which technically my lip oils are down a little bit further, but we're just going to keep that there. And then I have a couple carryover Lawless Forget the Fillers that are still in the box. Lawless recently sent over a bunch of their Forget the Fillers. So these are two repeat shades that I just didn't want to take out of the box just yet. But this is my first lip gloss drawer. Then I have this drawer, which is carryover lip gloss. So I have all of my Buxom. I have a couple of lip treatments here, but we're gonna get to more lip treatments as we move farther down. And then I just kind of have a random hodgepodge of glosses here. I have one of the XL Lawless Forget the Fillers. I would really love to kind of work my way through, like I love my Buxom glosses, so I'm really happy with this. I also really like these three glosses that are up here. Back here we get to, there's also a couple like random lip crayons, and I have my Fenty lip stains, which I do love my Fenty lip stains, but there's a couple of lingering glosses back this way that just aren't my favorite that I would love to work through, and then maybe we can set up something that's a little bit more aesthetic back there. This is kind of just like, this is a little random, but these don't fit well in my lipstick holder. These Lawless sticks right here are the balms. Then I have the Fenty kind of slip shine. These are mostly like kind of these like balmy lipsticks, except for the Kaja, which these are two of the Kaja blurs. I don't know. I almost wish I didn't keep any of the Kaja blurs. Those are not my favorite. I have the Ravi Beauty and then the Glossier as well. But there is, you know, a little bit of carryover here, but we do not need any more lip products. I also have quite a few lip products I'm currently testing, so those will eventually make their way to the drawer here. Okay, down here we have my liquid lipsticks, which are all on the left side in these organizers. I will say I do have an exciting haul coming, an exciting PR haul coming that'll have a few more liquid lipsticks, and I also did order one more of the MAC Kiss liquid lip color in this really beautiful red. I don't know, I'm in the mood for a red. Possibly wearing a red to work through the holidays, so you'll see that to come, but at least we have the space for one. But I might need to we might need to reorganize this once I finish that haul. Ooh, I just realized I have one more Lawless balm. I'm gonna move up. All right, then we have lip oils in this section and one carryover kind of lip balm. But here we have all of my Kaja lip oils, which we know I love the Kaja lip oils. Then I have my Too Faced Kissing Lip Jellies, which I also really, really love. This isn't a lip oil. I guess I should not call this a lip oil. It's the e.l.f. Sun Sun Boss gloss, but I really enjoyed that this past summer, so I'm excited to have that for next summer. It has SPF 25 in it, and it doesn't have that chemical taste. Then we have my Givenchy liquid lip balm here. We have my NYX Fat Lip Oil, we have the Merit Lip Oil, and then like I said, we have a carryover lip balm with the Fresh Sugar Lip Balm in the shade Velvet, which is a lot deeper and not my favorite because that one does kind of slip and slide. There's a part of me that just can't get myself to declutter it though, because it is the old formula and it is nice and hydrating. Up here, we have my Ulla Henriksen Pout Preserves. I do have one of these in my car, so if you're like, girl, I thought you had 4 of them, one's in my car. Then I have the Cali Ray lip gloss. I have the e.l.f. lip balm. I have a couple of Phytosurgeons lip balms and the Kopari lip glossies here. I also have the Tower 28, which is trash, so that one's kind of hiding. And then back here, I have a lot of like potted lip balms, as well as the GlossierBalm.com and one of the Tula lip SOS's. So that is my lip balm, liquid lip, and lip treatment drawer. And then this is the final drawer that I have stuff stored in. The bottom drawer of this has like some random just like equipment type of things, but in this drawer I have my mascaras, which I'm finally like getting down there with my mascara collection, which is really exciting. Like, it'll be weird to actually have to go buy mascara for myself, but we all know you get free mascara all the time, so I shouldn't even be saying that, because watch, a bunch of free gift with purchases are gonna come through. In here we have eye crayons, not a ton, but a few. Here we have like brown, I just realized this should be up with my colorful eyeliners, but we have like brown and black slash carryover like liquid eyeliners. And then here we have brow products, which is mostly just, or all, Glossier brow products at this time. So this is where I would store brow products. And then up here I have just a few of my potted singles. I don't have a lot. And then a couple of cream and liquid eyeshadows as well. But that is the final organizer drawer. And that is my current makeup collection and storage, my updated makeup storage for 2024. I would love to know how you guys store your makeup. If you have any tips and tricks for storing, let us all know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!